There is actually a long list of project management skills that people are talking about, and that's true. A project manager normally is someone who's wearing multiple hats and should be super flexible, should be very much communicative, and be able to adjust to the circumstances and organize and arrange the team to be flexible as well, and to be agile, and so on and so forth. But in this episode, I would like to talk about the project management skills that are underestimated, or probably they're not that much popular in the key project management skills, but according to my experience, they're not less important than the rest of the tech skills or soft skills that people are normally talking about. One of the qualities in my list is something that you can develop, and what I'm talking about is empathy. From the practical perspective, when it comes to empathy, we need to not only be able to understand what's going on the other side of the bridge, but also to understand why this is happening. I would call it the ability to understand the different perspectives. Sometimes on projects, people make decisions, and although you're a project manager and you're aka head of making all the decisions, sometimes decisions are made without you. And before judging people for their decisions, what's best to do is to understand why those decisions were made. Adults, people are working on projects, they are highly intelligent. And this means that the decisions that were made, they were made not based on the emotions, but based on some specific reasoning that stands behind of those decisions. Knowing this reasoning would help you to not only understand why those decisions were made, but also to keep in mind this perspective and to find out how to make better decisions yourself in the future. And this could be applicable to any of the areas that you're responsible for as a project manager. Technical decision, people management decision, process management decisions. That could be representative in a people management area where, for instance, someone have conflicts within the team and you as a project manager need to help resolving those conflicts. Again, it's better not to just make judgments from the side, but to actually dig the situation and to find out the reasoning of both parties and coming up to the better solution, understanding the perspective of both sides, right? Next quality or skill in my list is the appreciation of diversity, or an ability to incorporate diversity into the team culture on your projects. Products are built by people and for people. And if we want product to work globally, we need to have a diverse and inclusive team from around the globe that can help us to build a global product together. As I'm working in the software development field, it is easier for me to provide examples from my niche. So when it comes to software development, should this be mobile development or hardware development, we are creating products for people. There are many companies that are distributed globally, and all of them are promoting diversity and inclusiveness, and there is a reason behind. When we are creating a software product, we are creating it for people who are going to use it. When I want some specific group of people to use my product, I need to make sure that my product is going to cover the gaps. Like, my product should solve the problem for these people. Otherwise, why would they want to use it, right? So we are using all the products, all the mobile apps, for example, for the reason because we have a problem that we need to be solved. For example, if we take, Uber, we have a problem because we either do not have a car or we are not able to drive a car and we do not want to use the public transport. So we need to get from point A to point B. And here comes Uber with a solution providing us with an opportunity to hire a car, hire a driver that will bring us from point A to point B. This app gives me a solution to my problem if I were a consumer. Okay, cool, we got that. But how would we make sure that when we have created the product, it actually solves the problem? The very first thing that comes up to my mind that we need to test it. Many of the companies are using dogfooding. Dogfooding is when the people in your company are the first focus group for your solution, like the first focus group for your product. This is super much efficient and progressive because when you're creating something, what you're doing, you're firstly throwing it to your team, and these guys are trying this product and finding out if this product is going to solve this problem for them. Like, they are the very first initial focus group, and they're providing the very first initial feedback that can help to allocate the major issues, the major problems, fix them instantly before moving further to other focus groups outside of the company and getting feedback from them. So keeping in mind what I have just communicated and keeping in mind that we have a global company, this means that we want our products to be used by people around the globe. What we want, people around the globe in our team that could help us receiving relevant feedback as soon as possible. When people live in different spots around the world, when people belong to different cultures, when people belong to different gender groups, they have different backgrounds, they have different life experiences, and that they might have different problems or different ways to resolve the same problem, which gives us a possibility to understand people around the globe, and which gives us a possibility to gather all those experiences in a single place, brainstorming all together, and to come up with a perfect solution that would work globally. If we summarize everything just in a couple of words, products are built by people and for people. And if we want product to work globally, we need to have a diverse and inclusive team from around the globe that can help us to build a global product together. Next thing in my list, this is communication. I know, I have been talking about the communication a million times, but this is really important. To facilitate it for you, I have created a separate video with the perfect professional communication formula that can help you structure your communication, which is not less important, is to structure it in a way that could help this communication be heard and be heard right. In a nutshell, the formula is 3W plus H, which is who, what, when, and how is the critical thing that you really want to pay special attention to. So make sure to watch this video, because there I have gathered my experience about building efficient communication on projects. Number 4 in my list is business vision. We have started talking business when we touch base on diversity, but here is another thing that I would like to bring your attention to. All the products are done for a reason. If there is a situation that you haven't measured a product and you want to give this product to the public without understanding if this product is going to solve any sort of the problem, there is a chance that this product will not be in a demand. So this means that all the products, like successful products, are created to solve some sort of the problem. Keeping this in mind, you need to understand why this product was created, why you're working on this or that feature, why you have some sort of the goals on your project. As you know, goals are normally communicated by business, so before you move on, by determining the requirements, by building and putting together the plans, make sure you understand the goals that are standing behind of those requirements. That is important to let you better understand the business, to understand what problem are you going to solve, to communicate it to your team, because that's gonna be even more motivational for them to work on their tasks when they know how are they going to help other people with their work. And knowing this information, there is a chance that you would be able to come up with a better solution and with a better decision in order to solve the specific gap or problem that you are going to deliver to the end consumers. Knowing the business goals is kind of a win-win situation for both sides, for the business team and for the development team. So as a project manager, you are the guy or the girl to learn about those goals, to learn about the problems that business is solving, and to communicate it to your team, making sure that everybody is on the same page. And I'm again referring to communications. Another thing in my list is to have courage to pitch the ideas. Sometimes there's going to be your ideas, sometimes there's going to be ideas of your teammates. But the thing is, as a project manager, you are again responsible for establishing the communications on a project. So this means that the initiative, in the majority of cases, are going to come from your side. Being able to organize the information and to present this information in an efficient manner would sometimes help saving the day. Random brainstorms could be a perfect solution in some sort of situation when you really know there is a better solution, but that was not properly or timely communicated. So being able to get prepared, being able to organize your thoughts, your ideas, to provide a proof of concept and to timely give a solution to the stakeholders could really help creating and delivering better products or resolving the problems in a better and more efficient way. Another advantage here is that sometimes, even if you or someone else is not a subject matter expert in some sort of the question, but you can give the different perspective, would help you push other people towards the new direction and would help them coming up with better ideas and more efficient ideas and more productive ideas in order to find the best solution suitable for this specific situation. The next thing is not less important. As I have mentioned before, having a courage to communicate not only your ideas but ideas of others is followed by being able to give a reward to other people when the ideas were really coming from their side. Creating a safe environment is super important from both personal and professional perspective. When it comes to professional perspective, as a project manager, as you are establishing the communication streams, as you are the builder of the team, you are the first person who helps establishing the safe environment for your team to feel them safe and secure collaborating with you. That would help creating trustful professional relationship where people are not scared sharing their ideas. It provides an opportunity for people to create constructive conflict. As you know, conflicts are not always bad. Like, there could be constructive conflict when we are highlighting the problem and covering it with the solution through brainstorming altogether. And without giving a credit to people who have produced those ideas, the environment cannot be safe. This list of project management skills could give you a nice alternative to consider when it comes to finding out what to do next in your professional development. Let me know in comments if there are any other skills that you would like to include in this list. I would love to hear from you. See you in the next episode. Cheers!